Hello again. Now that you have obtained the most up-to-date curriculum, you'll want to reach out to your schools and set up a program. As suggested in our previous video, if you have the opportunity, I would highly suggest observing another real money, real world program in another county and seeing how the program overall and the spending simulation work. You'll also want to make sure you read through the entire curriculum before setting up a program and make sure you have everything you'll need before committing to a school. When you go to start a program, I would highly suggest going into the Extension Coordinator's Manual, and on page 6 are suggestions and tips of how to successfully start a program, what you need to do ahead of time, and ways to talk to your school and get a program started. As you read through the manuals, you might see terms such as Extension Educator, Classroom Teacher, and Simulation Coordinator. Depending on your school and how your program is set up, all three of these roles might fall onto you, or it might be a collaboration with school volunteers and teachers. Each program will vary from county to county and school to school, so do what works best for you. When we updated the curriculum, we tried to make everything very flexible so that you could adapt and adjust for your school's needs. So to start a program, the first thing you need to do is get a school willing to participate. This can be done in a number of different ways. When I personally set up my first program, I had contact with a local school. They set up a meeting for me to come in. I gave them a small presentation, including some of the lessons and showing them what the simulation would look like. And then I followed up with them as needed until we set up the program and set some dates. Each county is different. I happened to reach out to a local school who I already knew the person I was in contact with, so I sent them a basic letter describing the program, and then I followed up with them with a phone call to actually talk through the program and get that meeting set up. Because I was new in my role, I did offer the program for free the first year and have continued to do so for the one school, just because I'm only in that one school and I only do it once a year. It's not a big money maker for us. However, if you have various schools in your county who would like to participate and you have the opportunity to do so, you can set a fee for using this curriculum. If you're unsure about setting a fee, talk to your local financial manager, whoever does that in your office, or don't hesitate to reach out to your area leader for guidance. Once you've set up a program with your school, it's time to figure out how you plan to implement that program. Again, each school is different, and depending on their time and availability, some teachers might take on more of the role and teach the lesson plans, whereas other times you might be the sole educator throughout the entire process and kind of lead everything from the lessons to the simulation. So depending on how your school works and how much time you are allotted, there are 5 lessons that you'll need to go through and cover in the classroom or as a large group before the simulation. So these lessons can be adapted depending on your time frame. I have done these anywhere from 1 lesson a day in a 40-minute class period to combining all 5 lessons into one 40-minute class period. So it's tight, but it can be done. So once you have done all of the classroom lessons and covered all of the required information to complete this next part, we will do the fun simulation. So that's the best part of the day. This is when all the students typically gather in a large group. They go around and visit the different stations. So there are 15 different booths or stations that they will need to visit throughout the simulation. And by the end, they get to the finish line. You can give them a fun reward, such as like a payday candy bar, 100 grand, something fun, just congratulating them for the day. So they go around and visit all of these stations, which are manned by volunteers that either you or the school sets up. You'll give them pre-instruction, and all of that is listed in the Extension Coordinator's Manual.